Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, good afternoon, class. So, after having seen the after having seen something concern after having seen the day of judgment as per the guidance of the Quran, we are moving to the ethical religious concept. So that under this of ethical religious concept, you're going to see that these are the moral principles and guidelines rooted in religious beliefs shaping actions and attitudes. So that's why we're going to see that under this we're going to see the moral principles and the guidelines rooted in religious beliefs that happen to shape the actions of its believers. So we start here that belief is a fundamental aspect of morality in the Quran, and scholars have tried to determine the semantic contents of belief and believer in the Quran. The ethical legal concepts of extortions and dealing with righteous conduct are linked to a profound awareness of God, thereby emphasizing the importance of faith, accountability, and belief in each human's ultimate encounter with God. That under this we have seen that more that is this one is more of the ethical, logical, profound awareness of God, thereby which emphasizes on the importance of faith, accountability, that you have to be accountable of the things that we do in our day-to-day lives, and belief in each human's ultimate encounter with God. And believing that how do we encounter with God and what is our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People are invited to perform acts of charity, especially for the needy. Under this, because we have seen that these are concepts that shape believers. So under this that people are invited to perform acts of charity. That we should perform acts of that people are invited to perform acts of charity to people who don't have, especially the needy. Believers who spend of their wealth by night and day in secret and in public are promised that they shall have their reward with their Lord. On them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. That all those people who do righteous things and they spend during day, you do charity during day or you do charity during night, that those people they are having a big reward in front of their Lord, and they will not see any grief in the life of the hereafter. We proceed here. That it also affirms, we proceed, it also affirms family by legislating on matters of marriage. Just that it also under this it under this it also affirms family life by legislating on matters of marriage, divorce, and inheritance. Under the legal religious concepts, we shall see about matters concerning marriage, divorce, and inheritance. We shall say that when it comes to relationship or companionship, being with people, having a wife, having a husband, it's one of the essential and key factors and the key aspects of our day-to-day life. So under this of the ethical religious concepts, we shall see that there are matters of marriage, divorce, and inheritance. A number of practices such as usury and gambling are prohibited. That under this that practices like usually you can refer to it as riba when it comes to Islamic concept. It is either riba or interest, and gambling are totally prohibited. The Quran is one of the fundamental sources of Islamic law or Sharia. Initially, here we have seen that the lakes of interest, gambling are prohibited, because here we are seeing the aspects which will shape the life of believers. That they proceed that the Quran is one of the fundamental sources of Islamic law or Sharia. That after Quran is the first source of Islamic law. After which, after having seen the Quran, then you shall look through the Hadith. Hadith it is a continuity that we shall see later. Some formal religious practices receive significant attention in the Quran, including the formal prayers, salat, salat, and fasting the month of Ramadan. As for the manner in which the prayer is to be, so we have seen that because here we are seeing the concepts that drive human beings, that it is foreign practices are significant, receive significant attention in the Quran. That the Quran pays much attention to some practices like salat, shapes believers, then fasting the holy month of Ramadan that you're observing. As for the manner in which the prayer is to be conducted, the Quran refers to prostration. That fine that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has instructed us to pray. That how, but we should that we should prostrate. You know, when it comes to Luganda version. So, some formal religious practices receive significant attention on the Quran, including the formal prayer, salat, and fasting the month of Ramadan. As for the manner in which the prayer is to be conducted, the Quran refers to prostration. I finished that. The term for charity, or zakat, literally means purification of one's wealth. Charity, according to Quran, charity, according to the Quran, is a means of self-purification. But under this, we have seen that Salat, that the Quran calls upon people to observe Salat, first in the month of Ramadan, then even charity, giving in charity to the needy. And in zakah can be in short terms referred to as purification. That amount you remove from your wealth and give it out to purify your wealth. But whenever you do this, it has a way it shapes our day to day conducting, and also it has a way it purifies the hearts of the believers. So you have happened to see the ethical religious concept, whereby you have happened to see what the Quran calls for. We have seen fasting, observing salat, giving in charity, and also behaving well and avoiding things that the Quran refused. The number of practices we have missed some, like usually we have talked about it. Allah refused usually, refused gambling, also refused wine taking, refused adultery, refused adultery in the Holy Quran, which say whereby it says La takurabu zina. We refused us from committing adultery and fornication. So that's what we have seen when it comes to the ethical religious concepts. That these are the concepts that shape the life of believers and take them to the right path. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.